Hi, I will in this video show you how you can create a toolbox and setting up the environment. There are several ways how to do this, but I prefer creating new toolbox using the ARC catalog, and I have opened it here and moved to the folder for the exercise 4, where I also have the geodatabase with the dataset, as well as a map document, which is also shown here in the background, where I have the C-shaped dataset for a certain year, as well as a database on internal arm conflict. Now, to add toolbox, I can have a toolbox added to this folder here by simply right-clicking when I'm in the white area here. Going to new, and I find it in the drop down menu. I select toolbox here and it opens up. Now I can give a name for this toolbox just by entering it into here. I can call this, for instance, conflict tools. Now I don't want to use this here, but I can also open it from ARC map. Having ARC toolbox open, I can add toolboxes from here, and then from the same area where I saved it, it will appear here again. It takes a while, and there it appears here. Now this is just like a toolbox from any of the other toolboxes in our toolbox, but it is so far empty. But I can now also add a new module to this toolbox, and then module builder environment, the user interface pops up automatically. This can also be launched from this button here. So I will populate this model builder model in the next video, but I'll now show you some steps taken to set up some parameters and to name the model. So here in the model properties, I can add a name to it. Let's call this conflict extensions, and the name has to be without spaces, but in the label I can write the same but with spaces. Also here is an environmental tag, so I click this one, and if I browse a little bit down here and mark the workspace, set the values there, I can actually set that I want default current workspace and scratch workspace. Now this is not the locations I want to use. I want to have them here located in the folder made for the exercises. So by copying this folder location into this, it's better. And yeah, I forgot to, I can even have them coming into the geodatabase, which is even better. So let's replace this one with a geodatabase folder location. So now in theory this will pop up as a default place for where I will store the data created from the model. I'm finished here, so I click OK. Then the name will appear here. Now there is one more thing I want to do, but this has to be done from outside the model, from the geoprocessing option and in the ARC map toolbox menu. Here there are several options which one can take. One thing here I'll advise you to do is to store result as temporary, because there can be so many files which will be stored, and having them temporary is a benefit, because then they are, at least if you don't need them, they will be then deleted after finishing. Clicking OK here. Now, one thing I forgot to set was also from model properties. Here, to store relative path names is very beneficial in case you move your dataset from one disk to another one. So I check this one too. And now I'll finish, and in the next video I'll demonstrate how to populate the model.